Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Black Box Engineering, and welcome back to my Satisfactory world. So, since the last time I've played, I mean on video anyway, I've done quite a bit of expanding. I want to get a move forward with some production, so I haven't really changed much in the main area really. But I did expand some lines in certain spaces. I'm now using, I guess you could say this is my mega factory in some way. More of a jumbled mess really, because it's not really organized very well. But despite that, it is pretty large. But anyway, so I'm using my manufacturers for making computers to send it down to a new truck line that I added. You'll see why I am using this truck line. I needed to make radio control units, and the thing is, my aluminum is way over here in this region. So that kind of presents a problem because I didn't know whether to bring my parts over there or bring the aluminum over there. So I just kind of said, well, this area is kind of already overdone by a lot. So I decided that I should just bring my parts to the aluminum. So I added this truck line to bring my parts to my computers over there. If I just ride this, it'll actually bring me to where, if I can catch up with it. And I think I showed everyone the double power augmentation setup that I made there. I didn't really change anything with my oil production down on the beaches there. But I'm just going to ride this truck here to the first part. Why are you having issues? Ah, the trucks are glitchy. No, what are you doing? No! What? Truck! Why? Oh, why are these so goofy? Oh, come on. I thought I got this circuit okay. Come on. That was good timing. Alright, so anyway, my computers are coming around my my new addition to my, like, I made some modular factories to make the crystal oscillators. I'll show what that looks like after I show you where this truck goes. So I'm just gonna ride this truck around. Oh! It partially ran me over. Oh, that's funny. Ay, ay, ay. This episode is already starting out to be amazing. So anyway, yeah, I've got my computers being dropped off at this little depot over here. And then I made a new train system that brings my parts all the way over to my aluminum. But let me show you this setup really quick here. So I made like this modular factory where I'm bringing the the SAM into this storage container, and my crystal from the cave that I showed way earlier is going into, let's see, how many constructors is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 constructors, which give me, I think they're 3.75, I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, so 33.75 times 5, 168. So I'm making the quartz crystal from the raw quartz. This is underneath these huge sections that I made for I'm using copper from this node up here, which gives me 300 per minute. So that's being processed into copper ingots. So 8 smelters, and then I bring some. I kind of made a vertical design here, so that gets brought up into the first like little section, which this is using my vertical manifold design, my 9 constructor vertical manifold design. So there's 9 constructors each, which gives me 270 wire per minute, just in this small amount of space here. And then I'm using this copper wire, and I'm feeding it into another vertical manifold design. So another 9, giving me 270 cables per minute. And then I kind of added this glass structure around there to kind of make it look cool. So yeah, this little section is just producing the cable. So I'm routing this cable down on the output out of the glass here on this little walkway that I made. And then the cable is being fed. I added little throughput monitors on things. My cable is going down into the manufacturers down there. And then there is I think there's a pure iron node over here. Let me just double check. Sorry, I'm just kind of glazing past this building to show you. I think it's pure. Let me just double check here. Yeah, it's pure. So I'm getting a good 600 iron ore per minute. Golden caterium section. I've got how many smelters do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 smelters on the bottom, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 16 smelters giving me 16 times 30, 480 iron per minute. So the 480 iron per minute is, well, I mean, it's not that fast because it's not like 100% going through at that rate, but I needed that much to split because I needed screws. I needed iron plates to make reinforced iron plates. So I used the upgraded recipe where I can just make screws. I think they're called cast screws. Yeah, cast screws straight from the iron ingots, which gives me 20 every single constructor here. And again, I'm using my vertical manifold, so I'm getting 9 of 50 per minute, so 9 times 50 is 450 screws per minute. And then I kind of added this cool looking like partial design here, added some floor markings, this little fake storage area. So my screws are being fed into my assembly line, which is my assemblers. The other part, of course, another 9 constructors, which give me a solid 20, oops, no, not B, 20 times 9, 180, right? Yeah, 180 plates per minute, which is plenty for what I need. It fills up just fine. Initially I had well, I do have a smart splitter set up, but I also have secondary splitters set up because I found that the smart splitter was kind of reducing output a little bit, so I split the screws here, I split the plates there, and I fed it back into the system. And I also have the smart splitter to give me more, I guess just another way to do it. So I've got 6 assemblers here that are producing 5 times 6, 30 reinforced iron plates per minute. Seems kind of slow, but I don't actually need 30 per minute because how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 manufacturers. It only consumes 5 per minute per. So 5 times 4 is 20. So plenty of reinforced iron plates there. So I've put 1 summer sloop in each manufacturer. It gives me a 1.25 modifier. So I'm getting 2.5 times 4. I'm getting 10 per minute. Again, that's kind of slow, but in an hour you would get 60, which is fine for what I'm needing here. You know, I should just make these Mark II. This belt is a little slow. I don't think most of my setups have ever really aimed for the 100% throughput. I mean, some people might want to do it that way, but yeah. So I wanted to make this area look kind of different than spaghetti. I wanted to have kind of a nicer look to it. So I added some design elements. These lights come on at night. I even added an elevator to get to the top floor here. Just gotta press the factory. Go all the way up. And then I can just go back down. So I did this off camera. I never know if people actually want to see the building process. It does take some time, more time than... I mean, I could do a live stream showing how I go about building these things, but I don't know, it's not the most amazingly interesting content, but I mean, some people might be interested. So anyway, so I had to figure out a way to transport these goods to my aluminum. So I have a one-way train that I should say a two-way single track train that goes to and from my my sub factory there. And thanks to Gaming Doc, by the way, he has a lot of great tips on how to build a lot of different things. So yeah, I called this train line Chumbert for some reason. I don't remember what I named the train though. No, no, no. Yeah. Chumbert line Tungbert train. So I just I routed my track up through this cave to get to the top level. You can kind of see everything moving along here. Kind of a cool overview, honestly. And then this is another plant that I've been working on. I'll show you what I've been adding here in a moment, but I'm going to go to where my computers and oscillators are being shipped to really quick before I show you this. So yeah, it just gets dropped off up here. And then my train drops it off here. My computers and oscillators kind of get sent way down here, back to where my aluminum factory is. So I'm just gonna get over to my aluminum factory here. And I added 6 manufacturers for this to get me a good 15 per minute. I don't think I increased my number of aluminum casings, so I'm still doing 60 times 6, 360 per minute. I did speed up the production of these, I think, with overclocking. So 45 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. 270 ingots per minute. And I'm using the pure aluminum ingot alternate here. Just going from aluminum scrap directly into smelters. Way easier to do than using foundries. So my power plant didn't change over there at all. But yeah, so I routed the parts into 6 manufacturers here, and then I've got already a full double storage industrial container of these radio control units here. I'm not having any special like enclosed. I'm gonna probably keep this like an open air design. It's a lot of effort to build the complex, like cool looking designs. It's still fun to do, but I don't know. I kind of split between both styles. Anyway, so let me show you what I switched from making radio control units then, because I do need to expand my power even more. So because I unlocked the most recent advanced aluminum production, I actually have a well pressurizer right here. There's a resource well pressurizer that is giving me a good 1300 meter cube per minute. I think this one is pure. This one's normal. This one's normal. I think this is pure. And this is pure. So I'm getting a good 1200, guaranteed 1200 cubic feet per minute. So I'm going to be using some of this crude oil for something else. I'm not sure what yet, but I am storing this into a industrial fluid buffer to give me a good amount, and then I route this down into 10 refineries. I don't think they're overclocked, but let me just double check. No, just 10 refineries, which gives me 400 fuel. So yeah, I've got 10 refineries here that aren't overclocked to give me 400 fuel per minute. And then I have a hub here that creates the compacted coal. Another 12 assembly line here. I'm getting some of my sulfur from that top node up here, but it wasn't quite enough to get me the amount I needed, so half of my sulfur, I'm not going to walk all the way over there, but I'm going to at least show you where it is on the map. It comes from way across an expanse that I think I like died like maybe 2 or 3 times trying to avoid the radioactive like pig creatures. Let's just say it was not a pretty sight. It took me a long time to do. But anyway, you can kind of see where I routed it from. There's power lines over there, but specifically there is a normal sulfur node right about here, so I have to route my conveyors through here. Satisfactory calculator makes it look a lot more clear. So anyway, so yeah, I'm getting more sulfur coming in from way over there. You can even see even more power lines way off in the distance. So, and then I also needed a source of coal, so I found out that a normal coal node would just be fine because that produces 300 per minute. There's one right over here, so close enough. And then I route my coal down across this ridge, down this way, underneath this little setup, and into my compacted coal assembly line. So right now I'm getting, how many per minute? 25 times 12. 300 per minute, so that's about what I had before with my other power plant. But I think I'm actually matching 300 per minute because of my sulfur input, so I'm actually getting a solid 400. No, sorry, I'm actually able to do a full 300 per minute. I think the other one technically isn't quite 300 per minute because I didn't have enough sulfur on the other line. So I made another a fuel tower up there, and then I just built this little area with a red outer thing, enclosure, I guess, having 10 refineries again, but I had to overclock them to meet my expectation. So 33, I had to overclock them to basically get as close to 300 per minute on the compacted coal, because that's my limiting factor. So yeah, it turns out it's approximately 33.33 turbo fuel per minute, so per refinery I should say. And I've got 10 of them, so that means that there's 33.33 times 10, 333.3 meters cubed per minute of not rocket fuel. I don't have rocket fuel unlocked yet. Turbo fuel, I should say turbo fuel. So yeah, I just need to make sure that I have enough power for the future, right now I'm sitting at a good level of my total capacity is about 27,500 megawatts, or 27.5, no, well, almost 28 gigawatts of power. But my max consumption, and I know that not everything's running at this level, but my max consumption is sitting at 17 gigawatts, even though I'm really only using a maximum of about 7 gigawatts at most. So I've got plenty of power headroom right now. I just want to make sure that I really have enough power headroom. So I'm, again, expanding my power. This seems to be a very common thing because the more advanced machines take up a lot of power. Definitely the manufacturers do. I don't know how much power the well pressurizer uses. Let me go look really quick. Playing chicken with my train. Let's see how much power it uses. Yeah, almost 500 megawatts, or half a gigawatt nearly. It's a lot of power, but it's getting me a lot of oil, and it'll make up for it by a lot. Because I'm getting 333.3 turbo fuel per minute, what would that get me if I overclocked it? Ooh, I could get a lot of power that way. Let me... Here, I need to build a fuel generator really quick and see what a fully overclocked fuel generator will get. Oh, I don't have enough materials, of course. Dang it. So, sorry, I have to go get materials now. So I'm going to speed up this part. I know Satisfactory experts are crying over my initial setup. Oh my goodness, this is such spaghetti. I mean, it's organized enough, but it's still pretty messy-ish. Especially this down here. This became a huge pain to get. I mean, this is pretty organized for me, but I know that real experts are like crying. I mean, I'm not as bad as Josh from Let's Game It Out. I'll tell you that. I'm a lot more organized than that. Oh, I love his channel so much. Right, I need materials. I've been recording a lot today, so yeah. You know, I should just probably grab rubber from a machine that I'm not exactly using right now. And I'm going to cut out walking back, obviously. At least I have got pretty fast ways to get back to where I need to go. I kind of made this area like my center hub, really. Nothing fancy, but it's where I spawned, and I just thought I might as well route most things there. At least it doesn't take long to get resources. how interconnected my things are. I might use my other 600 crude oil per minute as be more plastic and rubber production, because I'm not doing super great in that area right now. So I just want to make sure, like, I want to see what I can get maximum out of this. Wow, 625 megawatts, that's a lot. But question is, how much will it take? So I wish I could just test it. I can't really do it without, I mean, it's fine, but this is not going to stay like this, by the way. I'm just doing testing, so that's 333. So my output needs to be a Mark II pipe. Oh, I need to hook it up. Oops. It's burning 18.75, so 333.3 divided by 18.75. Um, 17 if I were to max it out, but probably 16 just to be safe. Yeah. Uh, 16. Let's see, 16 times. Times 625. Oh, that's a lot. That's like 10 gigawatts added. Wow. Okay, yeah, might be worth it. I mean, I'll keep this. This doesn't look too bad. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I've added. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And remember, think outside the box and stay wise. See ya.